Let's see how to handle the three-tone shift, a tritone. In the first node, we prepare the image by removing all saturation, and then proceed the separation of the signal flow on different levels. We add a serial node where we do a luminance validation to isolate the shadows, so the lower part of the luma curve. We need to turn on the mask, and as you can see, there's no selection now. Let's expand it until we have the image component we want. We're going to use a very soft selection because these images are going to have to intersect. So get a nice slice of shadows. If we need more contrast, we can create by increasing the contrast level of the original image and then going in to readjust the selection accordingly. We keep a 10 value of softness, more or less as a general rule, to extrapolate the component of images we need. Within this selection, we will perform the chromatic shift. Let's say we want to bring the shadows to blue. We're going to make, without working on individual channels or even with the offset, a sensitive shift of the shadows towards the blue. Then we add another serial node, this time where we operate on the midtones. Let's do another validation, always working on luminance, that only takes the central part of the image instead. Do not get the lower portion of the curve. Give a softness here as well. Give a softness here as well, and isolate a slice of midtones, highlights, and shadows. In it, add an input and connect the three color correctors to merge in a single flow. If the softness at 10 is a little too much, reduce it. On the midtones, it is not so correct. The midtones are not so correct. Then let's shift the midtones to orange. Then maybe make it a little less hyper-saturated. Finally, add a third corrector connected to the source, and within this corrector, do a validation once again, but select only the highest parts of the luma range. In this case, we'll make an even different offset, for example, towards the magenta. Once we've set up the three nodes, thus creating the three different shades, add a parallel node. At this point, we can safely, key by key, go and check and modify the selections. For example, we do not want to take these parts with the highlights. Then we can reduce the validation, or we want to select them in the midtones, then extend this part of the key. Maybe leave a little more space to the blacks that we will extend in return. This way we've achieved the final result that can easily be modified.